Good afternoon. I am touching base with you just to share a couple of quick points relative to some things I put in your folders. I have opened up session 6 for you. Session 6 has to do with student safety and issues pertaining to discipline. As you review that material and talk with one another, particularly around the case study, I think the case study is called Zero Tolerance, Don't Be a Square. It's important to keep in mind that students' rights in independent, private, and non-public schools are defined by the student handbook and that's usually distributed during the admissions process. It's really important for the parents to understand the discipline policies of your school and that they are memorialized. In asking students to sign off on those documents, what you're doing is creating a contract, and that binding contract between the school and the student really dictates their rights as relative to discipline and the consequences if they elect to make discipline infractions. Now, this is a little different from public schools. In public schools, not only are students' rights defined in the handbook, but they're also defined by federal, state, statutory, and constitutional law. You'll find in your folder that I have included some information relative to some landmark cases that have occurred in public schools. And I've done this to help you create a mental model relative to the standard of reasonableness. Because even though private school students don't have the same types of constitutional protections, it helps you to understanding what those protections are in the public school arena helps you to frame a standard of reasonableness when interacting with your students and their families. Because even though private schools are not bound by those laws, people know what they are, and it's the expectation that you're going to interact in a reasonable manner. Because you always want your families and students to feel as though they're being treated with fairness and respect, and that your school is a place where their spirit can be nurtured, in addition to providing them with a great education. So even though you may have the legal latitude to, I don't want to say sidestep, but to not be regulated by constitutional laws, it's important for you to know what they are. Another thing I wanted to share with you is that I opened up your assignment 2 folder and I put you in teams. You're going to work in a team to create a message map. And that message map just kind of nets out what your case is about. I'm going to make a separate video for you about assignment 2, but I wanted you to start to look at it and to start to have some conversation in your team about it. Also be aware that I pushed the due date out for that assignment because I realized that I probably should have opened it a little sooner in order for you to have ample time to do all the things that you're doing in the madness of this world in tandem with taking your course. So I just want to say that I'm appreciating the work that you are doing this semester. You're engaging beautifully with one another and really making some thoughtful comments about the work and the topics that you're examining this semester. So if you have any issues, questions, concerns, you know where I am. I'm almost always in here, so just shoot me a quick email. We can always do a video call to talk about anything that you may want or you think that I can support you with. All right, be well, and I'll talk with you soon.